So, Om Shanti, thank you all of you, and thank you so much, Santosh Didi. Welcome, as always, to the Values for Life series. And I must say a big thanks because Didi just was one phone call away. She said, yes, I'll be doing it. And Didi is joining from Gyan Sarovar. All of you know Didi very well, actually, but let me speak a few things about her in the form of an introduction. Uh, Didi, as all of you had seen in the flyer, basically is serving the entire region of Russia as the joint regional coordinator in Russia, the CIS, and the Baltic region. And specifically at St. Petersburg, she's the director of the regional cultural and educational NGO, which we say there's St. Petersburg Brahma Kumaris Center. And I must tell you, her CV is amazing. But in brief, basically, she was born in Delhi, and she has been, a graduate from University of Delhi in March 1983, and has a BSc honors degree in zoology. And it was a nice coincidence, a divine coincidence, that at the same time, at the university when she was doing BSc, she also did a 3-year advanced diploma course in the Russian language, which she was right from the beginning interested in. Probably it was her role in the divine drama to go to Russia and serve those people there. And she's very fluent in Russian, I must say that. And also in 1989, the Brahma Kumaris was invited officially by the Russian Academy of Sciences, and Didi was appointed as one of the pioneers to start the services there. And all of you, I'm sure you all have seen those Russian dancers with a lot of art and culture in their dances and songs. So it was under her inspiration, the cultural group called Divine Light was created with the aim of joining art and spirituality for the service of humanity. I must say my interaction with Santosh Didi has been through these Values for Life series since we have started. And she has diligently always, whenever we have invited her, she's always there. So a few lines today for her and on the auspicious occasion of Maha Shivratri as well. Santosh Didi is an embodiment of patience and perseverance. Her spiritual wisdom overflows with pearls of exuberance. You can see the power of yoga emanates from her as effervescence, which makes the soul recover from its senescence. Today, she shall tell us how Shiv is an avatar of benevolence, ever pure, ever loving like a child, full of innocence. In our daily life, let the Supreme Being have his presence so that our life blooms with virtues as our fragrance. Finally, then weakness from my life will take an absence because I have invoked him who is an image of magnificence. So with these few lines, I would now request officially Sister Claudia to please welcome Didi with flowers. Over to you.
Om Shanti, Didi. It's
Om
very
Shanti.
nice to see you. Although I could not come to Madhuban to see you in presence, but at least through Zoom again, we meet each other. So it's a great honor for us to have you talking about Mahashivratri. Actually, when I was given a flyer to for our program, Shivratri program, to an Indian, in an Indian body, she asked me, what is Shivratri? Then I realized not only the foreigners don't know what Shivratri means, also some Indians too. So it's a pleasure to hear from you, because today we are really getting the real Mahashivratri, what it means. And I'd like to welcome you with some flowers, and that is saying that, yes, spring is coming. Spring is coming. Today we have snow here, but spring is coming, we know. So thank you for being with us today. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Claudia. Thank you so much for inviting me and giving me opportunity to be with all of you during this evening. And Brother Manoj, as always, consistently and patiently, really maintaining and through this kind of sustenance. and I see all other members also. So this beautiful festival, not just beautiful, but I think historical festival named as Maha Shivratri, contains 3 words in it. And as you said, Claudia, not just those who live outside India as foreign nationals, but those who have gone away for some kind of, earnings or their life mission from India, even they have forgotten the real significance of this festival. Of course, as a tradition, every year they mark the date, which comes in February, and there are certain usual rituals followed, system followed, but that this festival can change my life, can change the social conditions, can really show where world should go, in which direction world should go. So this festival has the hidden message for the humanity, which of course is not decoded as yet. I myself was, just like having an attitude of like one of 365 festivals in India. Before I came to Brahma Kumaris, I knew that this comes in the month of February generally, and people drink variety kinds of things. There is just like sometimes senseless dancing, because not all are able to capture the meaning of this. After I came to Brahma Kumaris, I got the opportunity to know 4 things, which took me into the realization of the greatness of this festival. Until that time, I just thought, okay, well, this is something of coming in the calendar as other festivals also, and we just as Hindus have to remember and follow certain rituals. So first thing which I came to know, so whatever I will be sharing is that which I realized after getting the whole wisdom from Brahma Kumaris, World Spiritual University at headquarters, Mount Abu, during my visit from Delhi University. So this word Maha Shivratri has 3 words in it. Maha means great, and Shiv, meaning of Shiv, is benevolent, very loving, very kind, very compassionate, and benevolent. And Ratri means night. So Maha Shivratri means great night of Shiva. So in fact, this is memorial of the coming of divine incarnation of Shiva. So if I don't know who is Shiva, how can I understand anything about Mahashivratri? So certainly, first thing for each and every one of us stands is to know who Shiva is. And if you start asking who Shiva is, so Shiva, immediately an image comes of a corporeal deity, Shankar. This is Shiva. Of course, sometime first image of Shivalingam will come, an oval stone which is put in the temples of Shiva, and in front of that Shivalingam there is corporeal deity sitting, which is called Shankara. So mixing these 2 personalities, mixing these 2, I think, is the foremost confusion around this festival, which does not allow us to go into the realization of that Shiva is the first. Shiva is creator with big C. So if we are talking about the creator, it means all rest whosoever is visible in corporeal form is creation. So with whom you want meeting? With the ultimate creator, with source, or anyone's second, third, fourth, fifth? It will make a difference. As in any drama or in a film, if you want to know really with depth why such drama is created, director is the only person who will be able to tell you why this drama, why this script is created. So similarly, Shiva, the meaning of this word, as I told, one of the meaning is benevolent, but other meaning also means seed, the point. During ancient times, whenever business people would, they close their files of account, they would put a point and pronounce it as Shiv. So the one who is remembered as seed, one who is remembered as benevolent, one who is remembered as light. So certainly he cannot be someone from this world, because in this world there is no being like that. In this world we are in the corporeal bodies. So this is the world of human beings. So image of Shiva in the form of Shivlingam and memorial of Shiva in the form of point of light or seed speaks about itself. That in human world affairs, there is role of the entity which is beyond this world, whom we used to remember only when we were in sorrow. When we are happy here under the sky, we don't think of him. But the moment we have trouble, oh God, oh God. So beyond, the one who is beyond, but one who is almighty, because our heart intuition says he can put everything right. So knowing that one becomes the foremost priority. If I say, I want to celebrate Maha Shivratri, because if you really want to celebrate someone's birthday, you can't just do it superficially. Oh, I don't know who is that person, but today is his birthday. So I think I will purchase some gift and go and congratulate that person. No, that's not the method. So number one thing, I realized for myself when I went into the depth of the knowledge which was being given in Brahma Kumaris, that knowing Shiva, knowing the source, knowing the seed, and second thing, knowing this time of his act, which is remembered in this festival as Ratri. Generally, whenever anyone takes birth, even at night, even at 12 o'clock night, or any other time of the night, still that day is remembered as birthday of that person. Yeah. We never say it is birth night of that person. Birthday. No matter that person took birth during night. So why only this one single festival, Shivratri, is commemorated by using the word Shivratri, Maha Shivratri, and at the same time it is called Shiv Jayanti. Jayanti means birth. When soul, light, conscient being enters the body, this is Jayanti, this is birth. So why with Shiva Jayanti, why with coming of Shiva, birth of Shiva, Ratri? But Jayanti word is not generally used in the traditional Hindu stream, Shivratri. So this was the word which, of course, I heard in Brahma Kumaris, because if we use this expression, Jayanti, then we will have to reply people, how can the one who is beyond birth takes birth? Because God is remembered for not coming into birth and death cycle. And here is this significance that yes, Shiva, benefactor, father, father of all souls, all human souls. Father, not in the sense that he created us, Father in the sense who is able to rejuvenate the souls who are empty of peace, happiness, power, and strength. Father in the sense that he is able to remove sorrow without putting any condition in front of us. Father in the sense his appearance, his coming in our life is going to make us full, is going to make us feel rich, is going to give us the feeling of belongingness. So he is Father of all souls. So when he comes on the earth, whether he comes on the earth or not, because if we remember and celebrate his festival, it's not possible that he didn't do anything. You will never praise someone. You will never invoke someone. You will never remember someone whom you have not seen doing anything, or anyone has not seen doing anything. Certainly, he must have done something in past that humanity, almost in the whole world, in some or another form, this image of light, oval image of light, has significance in all major religions of the world. As Mahashivratri, it is celebrated only in mainstream Hindus. But as image Shivlingam, the image of light, oval structure, we see that in Mecca also, of course, for a long time, during the time of Muhammad and before that, all the idols of deity, they were removed from their place. But this one stone, small oven stone, which they think that was given to Abraham by God himself. So that stone is kept as an image of reverence. Japanese also, when they focus during meditation, although they also do not believe in idol worshipping, but still a very small oval-shaped stone. Sometimes they used to hold that Shiva image in hand. They don't say it's Shiva, but it's called Chinkon Seki. That also is remembered. Similarly, in Buddhism also, they also do not speak or utter the word for God as God, but still they meditate or they think of some power, almighty, in the form of, again, small oval image. Guru Nanak, the founder of Sikh religion, also has, with great elaboration, with a lot of reverence, has praised God as Ek Onkar Nirakar, the only one, highest, incorporeal Father. Satnam, true name, Satguru. So in almost all religions and all prophets, all religious fathers have praised him. So is it possible that he didn't do anything? We just praise out of some kind of, No, it's not possible like that. He certainly has a relationship with us, not just by being there, but no, he certainly comes on the earth. Comes on the earth. He does not participate in the human affairs just by sitting there and giving direction, as most of us used to think previously, that human do wrong things and ultimately when the account of their wrongdoings finish, suddenly he appears and gives direction, wake up the dead bodies from graveyard or dead people from graveyard. And then he says, okay, you go there in hell, you go there in heaven. How come? How to understand that? So expressions used for describing God's activity were taken just like physical words. That's it, without understanding or thinking that there must be some message behind them. There must be something which is non-physical, which is related to invisible reality of God. Otherwise, we could have by now taken the benefit of what is being said through images or through all such things connected to God. So again, the same thing. I understood through these explanations given here that God's coming is the festival which is celebrated as Maha Shivratri, God's coming on earth, which is remembered as God's divine birth. So divine means not like we take birth, not like we human souls take birth. We human souls enter mother's womb. And this is common for all of us. All animals, human beings, any conscient beings, they take birth through mother. But when Supreme Soul comes to do his acts, so act has to be done through body only. Act can be done through body only. The body which has 5 senses, human body. So he cannot enter into the womb of mother. He is almighty, mother of all mothers, father of all fathers. So that is why he takes divine birth. He enters into ordinary body. Like you need a ride from New York to some another city. You don't have a car, but you know that this person's car is going in that direction. You just stop and say, can I? Can you take me there also? So in this same way, God's coming is the very important event in the human history. God's coming, not coming of the prophets, that is important, but that has its own significance. Last 2,500 years, humanity has seen 4, 5 prophets, religious founders. Their role was already played. They did what they could. But still after that, we saw downfall of humanity. Still after that, we didn't see that sorrow was removed from the earth. Still we see the night of humanity in the form of negative behavior, in the form of vicious relationship between human beings, in the form of very hardcore, deep intentions of hate, jealousy, to that extent that we have created the weapons and bombs to finish the humanity, finish each other. And this is all after we have bundles of scriptures. We have tons of spiritual writings. We have all the versions of prophets on earth. Still, after that, the human affairs have reached to that stage. So doesn't it show that during this darkest period, only Shiva, only Supreme Soul, only Supreme Father has the power to bring a shift, in the consciousness. A lot is being done at the level of bringing transformation at physical level, so that to give humanity more and more of technology, more and more of appliances, assets, and food, dresses, and knowledge of different logis. But nothing is being done significantly at the level of consciousness. But don't we agree that as is the consciousness, as is awareness, so is our vision, so are our thoughts, and accordingly our actions. As we think, we do. And what we do, accordingly, we see the results. So if results are horrible, negative, so certainly at conscious level, there is the presence of deep-rooted negative attitudes which cannot be removed, which could not be removed through any teachings. We were well read, we were versed in the scriptures. Many know Sanskrit, many they chant all the time whatever is written in the scriptures. Still the humanity at large is in the stage of night. And this you can check within 1 minute, one experiment. 8 billion souls of the world throughout 24 hours. Their thoughts, percentage of their thoughts in one single day. Someone has done research that in one single day, ordinary human being creates 30 to 33,000 thoughts. So out of these 30 to 33,000 thoughts throughout 24 hours, which percentage of negative thoughts and positive thoughts? Positive thoughts, very rare, and negative thoughts, very high percentage. So that symbolizes night of humanity. So only he can do that. And since we are celebrating Shivratri, it means he did that. But again, something must have happened that we lost whatever benefit we could take from him. And again, we are in the same stage. And again, we need his help. So it means that human affairs take place in the form of a cyclic pattern according to the stage of consciousness. When souls are stabilized in their divinity, exactly as like Supreme Soul, the human affairs are positive. Human history is called golden history of the world, because you, me, this one, that one, we all are in our absolutely divine, pure initial stage, which is our eternal nature. So even thinking of Shiva, Supreme Father, brings us to this awareness that if Supreme Soul is ocean of purity, ocean of dignity, we, his children, also must have been like that in the beginning, originally. And whatever we are, now we became later like this. So that period of humanity, when we were originally divine, is golden age. But this period, when mostly 99%, even more, the souls are in the stage of negative emotions, this is Iron Age. And when all scriptures are written, all founders came, change didn't happen from negative to positive. So certainly his act is of great significance. So Shiva, it's not Shiva was there, Shiva is there. God was there. No, God is there. God is always there. But only when we know where he is, only when we know how I can approach him, there can be celebration, there can be meeting, there can be giving of our gratitude to him. That will be Maha Shivratri. But we had been celebrating it, not like that today I am remembering my father and today fresh my present connection with him, but we were always thinking of past. And that is why we created some particular rituals around Shivratri. 2-3 rituals connected to Mahashivratri again brings us to the realization of that, in fact, there is only conversation going on of purifying the soul, purifying our life on earth. For example, there is significance of having a fast on this day. That is, you fast whole night, whole day, and you keep awaken, praising God whole night, because there is a story behind that also. And that story is, of course, very ancient, but that only cannot be the basis of celebrating Mahashivratri. Story goes like that there was a hunter and he went for, some animals in the jungle, and he was just to shoot two very lovely couple, two deers who were just roaming around. But the moment he was ready with his arrow, deers, both, they started talking to hunter, please don't kill us now, because we have beautiful kids. And if we die, they will not be happy. They will be in sorrow. So please let us go and say goodbye to our family, to our kids, explain them, and then you can kill us. So from the very beginning, you can understand, yes, this story cannot be like this. There must be some significance, because how can deer talk to the hunter? Okay, so he allows deer to go back to the family and waits them whole night, sitting on a tree, which was the tree of the Bale Patra, means leaves of Bale. I just was trying to remember what is the name of this. It's a poisonous plant, climber. It is sometimes known as climber or vine, vine in English. Bale Patra, it's a famous tree and used. It's quite dangerous also. The leaves, poisonous leaves. So this is used for worshipping during Shivratri. Why? Because that hunter sat on the tree of Bale and was throwing whole night leaves of this tree, and coincidentally under the tree was established the image of Shiva. Shivlingam was established, which he didn't know. He never knew there is Shivlingam. He never knew that something is to be done for that. He never knew there is Mahashivratri. He just was plucking the leaves just to spend his time because he was waiting for deers. But these leaves fell on Shivlingam. So whole night, this is awakening. And then what happened with deers? They went back to their family and explained them that you will not see us after this night. And then they were asked what happened. So old family members started recommending, we are already old, you remain here, we will go, hunter can kill us and will be satisfied. You stay. Other neighbors came and they said, no, 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 no. You have done a lot for our community. So we will go, you don't go. So like this whole herd of deers gathered together, they all came under this tree where hunter was there and started saying, everyone started saying, don't kill them, kill us. So story goes that Shiva was happy to see this sacrifice. And Shiva was happy with hunter who was awakened whole night and offering these leaves over the Shivlingam. So these two things became like the basis of the system or the ritual created around Mahashivratri. Since that time, every night, every year, every time during Shivratri, people do not sleep. They do Jagran, singing and praising of God, and offer these leaves on Shivling. You see. So as a tradition, it is passed from one generation to other. But the hidden message was, as God himself explains, when he comes on earth, as I said in the beginning, his coming is that which brings shift in our consciousness because we get new vision, we get new understanding. So what he explained is that you, by forgetting the self, you are living human beings, you are not object, you are not bodies, you are not what is mine. Yeah? Body is mine, but who am I? I am master of this body and I am a point of light, a star in the center of forehead. Each and every human soul, no matter to whichever religion they belong, they are souls in the body. And all souls by this time have lost their sacredness, their beauty, divinity, purity, and are engaged in vicious life. No matter whichever faith anyone belongs, but certainly inner atmosphere of soul is polluted and it needs cleansing. So this was what needs to be removed. And instead of that, we started offering just leaves of a particular plant, particular herb to God Shiva or Shivlingam. He wanted offering of our own negativity. My dear children, are you not tired? Are you not tired of this unhappiness and sorrow which is coming from this vicious attitude? So he needs that. This is through which he pleases. Because it's very simple to understand, as the beautiful song you played in the beginning. Shiva Apadaharan, the one who finishes all troubles, who is the remover of troubles. Man Ashutosh Shivka. Man Ashutosh means he is the one who gets happy, who becomes, whom you can satisfy and make contented very easily. His mind is not tricky that he will say, okay, is this one doing sincerely or not? No, 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 no. You just express your devotion and he is happy. Ashutosh, easily convincible. So the one for whom we are praising, he can be made happy easily. So why so many thousands of Shivratris, Maha Shivratris we have celebrated, tons of leaves we have offered, tons of sacrifices made, but still he is not getting happy. Still troubles are not being removed from earth. So there must be something missing. And what is missing? That we were just repeating physical rituals, forgetting the real, offering real sacrifice. And that is why we couldn't please him. That is why sufferings didn't go from our life. And not just this, on this special day, there is the tradition, there is ritual of, drinking the also one intoxicating drink, bhang. Bhang also, which is made from hemp plant. Just think, so intoxicating drink, and after that they lose their mind or dance like anything. So how can this be connected to the one who is serene, who is ocean of purity? Again, we missed spiritual part of this. We started intoxicating bodies. In fact, not body is in sorrow, soul is in sorrow. Intoxication wants to be at the level of mind, not at the level of body. Why to intoxicate body? How it will work? You are in balance, you can work nicely if you keep your body, physical body, free from all such kind of drinks. Otherwise, you will be doing this all the time. So intoxication was by remembering our original, eternal, divine nature of perfection, that we were deities, not just this ordinary women or ordinary man, nar, nari. Nar means man, nari means women. But Narayana, Narayan means perfect man, perfect women, Lakshmi. So I was never like that. I became like this, but I was pure deity, child of God. How can, when you see millions around you, so aggressive, so negative, how can you have this intoxication? So it means it was something which required effort. It means it was something which required your conscious engagement with God. Because only God is divine, only Creator is perfect. So unless and until you keep your eye focused on Creator, you cannot be intoxicated. So message was this. Just keep on looking at the one, Shiva, the point of light, my Father. Just, oh, he's perfect. Because the moment you see here and there, your intoxication goes away. Oh, my mama was like that. She was always angry. Oh, my father was like that. He also didn't like such people. So seeing these mamas and papas, seeing these relatives, I don't get intoxication of becoming deity. So this was called a constant remembrance, which is, marked or shown in the celebration of Shivratri by putting drop by drop water on Shivlingam, single drop, because it's not just they take water and put on Shivlingam while worshipping the image. So message was every thought be in awareness of Supreme Father. Think of him with gratitude. That is what is devotion, not just a dry prayer. Oh God, forgive me. Oh God, I will be very good. No, not that. With feelings, with heart, with devotion. So instead of that, they started using this wine or climber drink till this date. So real celebration disappeared because in Hindi, the word for celebration is manana. So celebrating a festival means festival again in Hindi is called utsav. So when we celebrate, it shows we are in zeal and enthusiasm. But if zeal and enthusiasm is time bounded, this is not natural. So life should be celebration because we are children of Almighty. So this conclusion we didn't take from festivities. That Maha Shivratri is not just one day. This is this time of Iron Age, as it is remembered in the Bhagavad Gita also. When there are vices in the mind, there are in the life, so that is the darkest period of history. So which is this time now. So I have to hold my fast against these vices. I will not use anger. I will not get lost in sensuous pleasure, because indulgence in sensuous pleasure means making soul, making myself very weak, because consciousness is the current. Current in this body is me. So the more I forget this aspect, more I indulge in the physical happiness. So fast from this indulgence. So if I have to abstain from all these indulgence, then what I have to do? This I don't have to do, then, but what I have to do? So I have to remain giver while eating, while talking, while listening. Am I sharing my quality of peace, happiness, and love? Or I am trying to just absorb anything? This one should respect me. This one should definitely be of this use to me. Earth, water, air, resources, all we are exploiting for our personal self selfishness. And what is the stage of the world? So fast from this. Enough is enough. It's enough now. The Mother Earth is tired. All elements are tired. They are crying. Tsunamis, earthquakes. These are all the complaints of 5 elements. They can't write letter. Tsunami is the letter from the water to Almighty. See your children, what they are doing. It's not a joke. It's a real call. But if we are lost in indulgence, we don't see these things as something connected to us. So therefore he says, awaken, open your eyes, because these eyes see tsunami and still we say, I'm fine. Because tsunami is in Indonesia, or the earthquake is in Turkey, it's not in India, or it's not in, or war is taking place in Russia, or war is taking place in Ukraine. It's not taking place here. We are fine. Okay. It's just like a 5-6 rooms, common flat. This whole earth is 5-6 continents, is 5-6 rooms. And if fire is taking place in this room, sooner or later it's going to reach to yours also. It's a matter of 5-10 years, 20 years. And now these days, not even 5 days required, that anything can happen anywhere. So this slumber, sleep, lethargic stage of our intellect, which does not analyze the reality that you are at the verge of end of this civilization for which you were thinking, oh, we are developed people, we are civilized people, we are quite scientifically advanced, but see what you have done with your own world now because of these vices. Being scientifically advanced, being developed is good, but at the same time, there is a big infection of negative attitude. Fast from that. No more negativity. And no one else than Father can make the humanity to have such fast. Because we will all point towards the negativity of that person. Oh, well, you say me have fast from anger, but you too have greedy nature. Only God is ever pure, completely pure. So he himself invokes us. How he invokes us? Certainly he comes on the earth, comes and makes use of an ordinary body, human body, to speak to us. And he gives that personality name Brahma. And through the mouth of Brahma, he utters these truths. He communicates with children by addressing them, sweet children. Although we became bitter, but he does not recognize bitterness. He does not register this bitterness in his heart. He looks at all through like X-rays vision, laser vision. He sees through all that impurity our pure nature and says, sweet children, now have a fast till you improve your health fully, till you change fully. I don't see time here. It's time already. Okay, so therefore, real celebration is in not just physically keeping ourselves engaged in visiting from one temple to another, or just showing our reverence to the physical memorial image, but he is in reality. He is here. He is uh, available, and I can remember him. So establishing my connection with him like my father, and having fast from these negativities, whole life fast from sensuous joy, pleasure, because that's a poisonous dose for the soul, which we didn't know because we thought, oh, this is love. But he said, no, 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 this is lust. Lust will kill you, children. This is poison. Have a fast. Don't eat that. So we were giving the soul regular doses of lust and attachment and anger, and he says, fast. I am ocean of love. These all souls are your brothers. So have that spiritual love for the humanity. And now come out from these all bondages of, the faiths which you had been, putting as label on you, because ultimately the aim for all religious teachings was to be with God. So why not to be with him? He is not a matter of past. He is there, very much in present. So why not to be with him? Then what is the need of labels when Supreme Father is with me? So this is what I understood during my visit in Mount Abu headquarters in 1983 and even little before that. And I just felt how fortunate I am that now I can forge my love and keep my mind free from these negativities. And took the oath, determined thought, not going to try this poisonous food anymore, this vicious life. So whole life is like celebrating our Father's birthday, God's birthday. So this is what I think I could share on this occasion.
So thank you, Didi, so much. We'll just take a few questions in the interest of time. There's one thing which many people ask, particularly the foreigners actually, that what are those 3 lines on the Shiv Lingam? And
Yeah,
there's a
this
center
good question. Good question. Again, because if we go into detail of every symbol, some significance is going to come out. So as I said that this is in fact just a memorial oval shape image, because if I have to express my reverence and devotion, I cannot show it for point of light, which is the original form of God incorporeal. So his act of coming on earth in ordinary body and revealing about the original past of consciousness, original nature of souls, what you were in past and how then the human affairs were in past, beginning of the human history, and then what happened, how the shift in consciousness took that humanity stepped onto the left side, which is Vam Marg of cycle. The human world cycle went to left side, that is fall started. And then what is time now? Which on one hand is the time of utter sorrow, but at the same time, great opportunity for future. If we realize we are souls, we are able to just come out of that quickly, because whole humanity is experiencing same emotions at this time. All want liberation. So 3 lines symbolize the knowledge of three aspects of time revealed by him.
Right. Thank you. And I'll just take, actually, I think we can have another episode with you on this. I'm sure in October, the spiritual significance of Navratri, which we haven't covered before. We'll see how in the divine drama this will happen. But just one thing is this Navratri festival in India is celebrated twice. The first one is immediately, it will follow now in the March, it will start. And this is another festival which has the word Ratri in it. Again, the ignorance, the darkness. So why 9? Just one last question.
So from Shivratri, you have moved to Navratri. Okay, because in fact, you see, it is also connected thing with Maha Shivratri, that only after the soul has understood reality about itself, soul has understood who is my father, to whom I belong. When soul has understood the original nature, then through this connection with the Supreme Being, the stabilization of this nature, original nature, is possible. Peace, happiness, bliss, love, purity, knowledge. So more I am able to stabilize in this, more I recognize myself as a powerful soul. So spiritual power lies in remaining stable in our original positive nature. So which is not at all possible unless I connect my intellect with my Father. If I see human beings, I will not be able to hold my goodness because I see negativity in them. Only when I see him, I am able to hold this. So this is called becoming Shakti. So without Shiva's coming on earth, soul cannot regain its Shakti power. So these are 9 kinds of, in general, 8 kinds of powers remembered in the ancient scriptures, so which we can use during different situations in our life, which all come through remembrance of Shiva. So inculcating those powers and expressing them, in fact, is the simple thing. But again, on the path of devotion, they have shown each and every single power in the form of a women Shakti. So they are called 9 knights, like that. But in fact, this is all memorial of soul's 8 powers getting from Almighty Shiva. And if you go into the depth of each and every power, you realize that it's impossible to have them without knowing Shiva, without connecting with him.
Right. Thank you so much. And that's the reason it's called Shiv Shakti. So that's what is understood. Yes. The Shiv is the first and followed by Shakti.
Yeah.
Thank you so much indeed.
Yeah. Shiv Shakti is not just like a religious title or like a Hindu some only, but it means each and every human being on earth is Shiv Shakti originally, power of Shiva, child of Shiva, but has forgotten. And unless we regain that, we will keep looking here and there and replacing this spiritual power with any asset, bombs or guns or this in order to show our power, which is called the power of arms, physical power. But this is power of yoga, power of soul, which is utmost important, so that we are not afraid of anyone. No matter how much big pile of arms you will have, still you will be afraid. But with this Shakti, with this power spiritual, you are secure.
Right. Thank you so much. And I would now like to request Dr. Ashok Mehta to please propose the vote of thanks for the. Over to you, Dr.
Om Shanti.
Om
Um,
Shanti.
So such a pleasure to listen to Santosh Ben in a very, very beautiful way, explaining to us the significance, the spiritual significance of everything associated with Shiv Jayanti, which we just celebrated. And we have been, as a matter of fact, we consider that we are fortunate to be children of the God, the Shiva, and we carry within us all those qualities, all those powers, and the virtues that you have explained just now. I think this is a beautiful explanation which we will always cherish. It's given in so much of a depth, Santosh Ben. And I'm so happy that you are in Mount Abu in Gyan Sarovar. And we look forward to see you probably when I come for that is celebration.
So we immerse you here and we miss you here very much. Generally, we could see during these days, but till now you are in Mumbai. Don't know when you will come. Okay.
Shirin has not been keeping too well because of infections. So otherwise, this is time when we always prefer to be in Mount Abu.
Yeah. Okay. Good night.
Very much. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Thank you. Om Shanti.
So we'll just do a last drishti from you, a closing meditation or drishti, whatever you suggest.
Yeah, sure. This word meditation, in fact, means that I, through the eye of my mind, am able to see my Father, incorporeal benefactor Father, whom I forgot and lost the connection. But now I know and understand that I am a soul child of Supreme Soul. Each and every human soul on earth is light, conscient being, who has embodied in 5 elements coming from original home of light, which is abode of my Father, everyone's Father, Supreme Father. Just a thought of this home beyond boundaries, home above this confusion of earth, ever silent home. Just a thought of this home gives me solace. And I feel myself secure, surrounded by the grace of my Father's love. Yes, I am Shakti, God's child. I am light, immortal. With this awareness, I continue my responsibilities, keeping my dear Father, benefactor Father, His love in my heart. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
To see you all.
Thank you.
Very beautiful gathering. Thank you, you all inviting me.